Welcome, everybody. John Zegar, good afternoon. Good afternoon for sure. Let's see, it's Wednesday, 1:40 in the afternoon here in Colorado on the eastern slopes. 46 degrees it says, pretty warm. We're coming out of, oh gosh, it's been 4 days of snow and sub-zero weather. So not very much fun. Been busy. Haven't been able to catch up with podcasts. Been doing a various bunch of other things. Blogging and research and neuroscience and kind of doing some other personal things just with growth. And wanted to hop back on and talk for just a short while, just a few minutes. Obviously, I have to see that this is working again. If you remember last, we had some problems with Spreaker, and the podcasts were breaking up in terms of different parts of them were being played not in the proper order. So in other words, what I was talking about, as it came across correctly as I was doing my podcast, when you'd go back and listen to it, or somebody would go listen to that particular podcast, it would do the first part last, the last part first, the middle of it would get jumbled up in different parts. And again, I had gone to Spreaker to try to get all that rectified. And supposedly right now this one should come out correct and they should be fine from here on. So I'm optimistic and hopeful that's the way that's going to turn out. And so I'm in my truck. Overcast, supposed to snow again today. Oh, golly. Supposed to snow in another couple hours. And snow for 4 or 5 hours and then stop again for the rest of the night. I don't know. Supposed to stay in the 40s this week. I'm hopeful that that will hold true. I think we're okay on traffic. So we're going to have some road noise. We're heading out about 3 miles east of here to where the house is being built. And so I'm just going to talk on the way going out there like I normally would in the past. My apologies for the road noise. The truck is not, I don't know, the cab just doesn't seem to, have the quietness that some of the more brand new trucks do, where you can't even hear the road. But in my truck you can hear the road and you can hear the traffic. So my apologies, and as we get back into it, hopefully we won't have to be hopping in the truck and doing that. Plus I do have some other headphones that I could use. I have bought recently, and I'm kind of anxious to try them. I haven't tried them. They're sound canceling, and I'm kind of thinking they might be the answer. So maybe tomorrow we can try those and see if they work. But anyway, today, so I want to talk about character. I've been running into various people that character becomes an issue when I talk to them, and I watch the way that they interact and how they conduct themselves and that sort of thing. Obviously, if we go to politics, for instance, we can see character in a lot of different people on both sides of the aisle, right? Democrats, Republicans, and some of those people have really solid, strong character, and they're admirable, and you like to listen to them, and maybe even vote for them because you feel, they're of strong character. Likewise, there are those people on both sides of the aisle that their character might be at question. And I'm sure you can have an opinion one way or the other about this, that, or the other person, whoever that might be, and maybe their character might throw up a red flag in your head. And you know what I'm talking about there. And again, we could also take that to people in the media, right? Because the media's been under fire. Oh gosh, it's been several years, but more recently in the last year or two. And the people that are reporting, we're talking about character of reporters in the media, and they are both, there seems to be more of them with character that seems to be in question. By that I mean, they interject their own personal stuff and demonize and do all kinds of nasty, horrible things on air. That there was a point in time where that just never happened. I will reference to just one person. Dan Rather had some issues there towards the end. Walter Cronkite was a sound character. He pretty much just read the news and reported it. Rarely would he ever get his own personal stuff involved in it, but you could count on him to give you an accurate description of the day's events. And I like that. It's kind of nice. I don't really need to have the reporters getting involved in my politics. Now if they want to be on a panel that's on TV or the radio, that's cool, and they want to voice their personal opinions there, I'd say all for them. And I might sit down and listen and enjoy listening to their views. But again, in terms of character, the media, pretty much in general, seems to be at question with how they're reporting stuff. Here's another one I've been running into. In that things are different. I'm an older guy, right? Everybody kind of knows that. So therefore I grew up in an era where your character was very important, and what you said and what you did was a good indication of the kind of person you were. I don't know, I guess they'd call that pretty right or conservative. You fought for your country and stood up for your country and your flag and the national anthem, and you said prayers in school, and things were pretty routine. We never thought anything of it. We thought that was just part of being an American, growing up in America, and we were proud of God and country, right? Well, I'll stop right there rather than go any further, but it was simple because you accepted all of that. It wasn't like it was something new to you or against your values or morals or beliefs or something. Everybody was on the same page. There wasn't anybody that was not on that page. maybe an occasional communist or something in the country that might have surfaced to the top. So nowadays, that's all different. And I don't know who's listening, if anybody's listening, or how many people are listening, but I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking right now, I don't even agree with what John's saying right now. You know, that's not right. It needs to be, you know, more wide open and that kind of thing. So when you go places now, you're scrutinized a lot more for not being as tolerant. I don't think it's understanding, it's tolerant of another person's views. Follow me on that? So I don't really care what another person's views are. I respect that, and I think that's great. But, you know, because you happen to have that view, it doesn't mean it's going to change the character or structure of our country. If you live in the United States, and I'm making a bold assumption here, you would, I don't know, probably be proud to be an American and proud of the flag, and you know, I mean, we've got a lot of dissension in the politics right now, but you know, you can be proud that there's various people that are that have differences of opinion and that sort of thing. So I don't know. I guess I struggle with that. I'm outside the truck having to get something for a moment. My apologies there. We'll be back in real quickly. But it all has to do with character. You know, it has to do with character and who you are and where you live, and you know, if you're proud of where you live and the country you live in and all that sort of thing. And so I'm running into problems now with going places, and thank you, everybody. You know, we're having to conform to the new, softer, is it ideology? As opposed to, you know, a somewhat strong and confident and secure American morals and values and beliefs and structure the way it's been for eons and eons. And all of it's changed. And what I find, and I guess this is my point, what I find is that now I, who used to be in the majority, am now in the minority, and I'm being told that, you know, I need to go in the other direction according to the way they're running the show. And again, that doesn't sit well with me. But anyway, so character. I want you guys to think about that. Obviously, if anybody wants to call in or text me or send me an email or something like that, you know, with your views, I'm happy to listen to all of that. Maybe some of you guys agree with me. Some of you guys maybe just totally disagree. So that's it for now. I'll get back on tomorrow, and maybe we'll talk some more. And I want to see how these podcasts are going to turn out. So God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. See you. Bye.